Am I the asshole for not coming forward with an extra cash donation so my daughter's school trip could go ahead as planned? I received a notification 4 days ago that my daughter's school trip was in danger of being cancelled, as not enough parent has forked out the cash to pay for the trip. I don't exactly live in an affluent neighbor, and it's actually considered one of the more deprived areas in the UK. Adding the cost of living crisis and most people struggling with just daily living, I thought this may happen. I tried to dampen my daughter's excitement over the trip, explaining it may not go ahead, but at 7 years old, the reality of finance aren't really her forte. Yeah, it's normal. I had a regular €1 money box Sundays. Or regular €1 money box Sundays. I guess they go to like a Dollarama, but from the UK. Combine my daughter's excitement over the trip and my memory of what it's like to be that kid that wants to go on a trip but my parents not able to afford it. I set about trying to find out what the shortfall was. I sent up a couple messages but got no responses. So I factored in 30 kids to a class with 2 classes going, that perhaps only half the parent might be able to afford the €15, perhaps less given the catchment area. I'm not rich, but I do make sure to put some cash aside each month. I took €400 out of my rainy day pots, popped it in an envelope, wrote on the front what it was for, then handed it over to a teacher on the gate yesterday morning, with a note inside saying to send a notification via the school app if it wasn't enough to cover the shortfall. And I'd attempt to cover the outstanding amount. Already there. $400. I don't know for most people, but like €400. Like even as a teacher, this is 1 week's salary. This is not. Oh, it's sterlings. Okay, how much is it worth? Okay, 400 sterlings. And I can have a good idea. No, this is still 1 week, my wife. This is still 1 week. This is so close to a freaking euro. Okay, so this is still 1 week's salary for a teacher in Canada, okay? So wrote on the front what it was for, then handed it over to a teacher on the gate yesterday morning. Let's go. If however I'd given too much, then use any money remaining to put towards the next charity fundraiser, school trip, summer fair, etc. This is super nice. She does not even want to get back the money of it. Like, it's just, here it is. That's gonna be fine. Now parents are angry that the mystery donor Akami didn't come forward with the cash sooner, with some going as far as saying if they'd known someone else was going to front a large portion of the fees, they would have held off paying so their kid could go for free, or could have gotten away with paying less. This makes me reluctant to do this sort of thing again. I totally understand. I have fronted up the cat. Nope. Given that I don't know how much the shortfall was, so now my goodwill feel good gesture has left me feeling rather sour and miffed. Honestly, the freaking stupid entitled parent that would say, "Oh, I would have rather known that, to not like spend money on my own kids extracurricular activity." Fudge this human. I know, like, sometimes it's hard to be able to make it, but how to say, if your take on someone just willingly taking cash out of their own rainy day account to support some activity for other kids that they have nothing to care about, to do about, like, she did that for her own kid to be able to enjoy that day with their friends. She paid, or it paid, that person paid 24 times more than this. 28 times the amount of money she was supposed, or it was supposed to pay for that activity, just so that their own daughter could like go on that trip. And your take out of this thing is that, like, if I had known, I would have went for the cheap way. While you just spent 15 freaking, I said euro the whole time with like sterling. Like, how much of a dumbass entitled human are you? There's some people that are poor, okay, but have the heart in the right place and try hard to give to their children what they need. And there's some others that are not just poor financially, but poor inside. This disgusts me. I hate this. Like, we've had people in our chat in the past that basically came in and told me things like, my dad used to skip meal to be able to make sure that me and my brother were able to eat. And clearly, if you're in that situation, that 15 sterling is too much. You cannot chip in for the activity, clearly. But, like, hey, that frustrates me way too much. She did not even, I said she the whole time, but like that person. So one person is feminine as a name, I think. She did not even ask to be like recognized for her, for that. She did not say like, tell people that this donation comes from me. That was like done with utmost. Man. There's no one that is writing, that is going to be writing that like she's the asshole. But like, how the fudge can someone be like this? Did a good thing, but all the other parents can think of it, is themselves. Okay. Think of is themselves. Yeah, that's my problem. That's right here sums up perfectly. Sad that parents are more concerned with themselves than the children. Honestly, it's absurd. Like, 400 sterling is a little much. Okay, I just said it to you like it would be for me like a little bit more than 1 week's salary. So this is not nothing. She gave, let's say 40 hours of her time. This is how I see money. I'm sorry. Like, I see money has time spent to earn it. She's giving up 40 hours of her time so that 60 children could have an activity that will last for a few hours, but like shared in all of them. Where some other chipped in, which is fine. Like 15 euro, if this is let's say 40 hour on my time, 15 euro is 2 hours. Less than, not euro, sterling. It is way less, okay? Like, it's in between 1 and 2 hours of my time. And like, if you cannot make the sacrifices you need, like 15 sterling is what? It's 6 coffee if you take them at the coffee shop. Man. Who makes children? Who puts children? Hey, god damn, I'm so mad. Who puts Who puts children's in the world without even thinking about like the sacrifices they will have to take or to make a few times just to ensure that these little creatures are happy, at least until society falls up on them and responsibilities start hitting? Like, who's dumb enough to make baby and not think about the fact that they are going to cost something eventually, and they might have to do some sacrifices? God, I hate this one. So not the asshole. Those parents, I hate them. I think like, I'm sorry I repeated myself and that it started like running round and round, but gosh! That's frustrating. honestly, like, it's the thing. Also, from now on, don't do it. Your child is 7. Next time it's gonna happen, she's gonna be 8. Like, instead of spending 400 freaking euro on entitled parents, sterling, instead of spending like 400 sterling on kids you have nothing to care about, like, it's gonna sound like super selfish. Instead of spending 400 sterling on all those kids, like, take off of that, ask your kid which one are their friends, like, which kids are your kids' friends, and instead of organizing a trip, take a Sunday and go with them, I don't know, to the zoo, to the biodome, to any freaking thing. You can bring 5 kids by yourself, and you're gonna pay probably half of that cost, and they're gonna have a wonderful day with their friends. And all those other parents, this is so sad for the child of those parents that were basically like saying that it's not fine. It's stupid. It's absurd. Oh, that was my point on that. We're going to play Rise.